Hearing a lot more shots this time around, no surprise for Falcons. Oh, I'm hoping Regnum Karya does not crash into him, and it looks like they're not going to. Even Silas taking too much damage for his own good.
They're crashing in on that position with the number of third parties available, maybe a death sentence, but instead they turn over towards the dip, and it's 4 Thrives who are eating lead left and right. That is nasty. The team from Pakistan is going to be eliminated very, very quickly.
4 Thrives get melted off the map. You know, a team that dominated throughout group stage, struggling today. We questioned those days off throughout survival stage. Would it be helpful? Would it not? Well, for 4 Thrives, they need to get their legs back underneath them. But Power's also rotating in. Ragnar taking a ton of damage. We got Wild also falling. Ragnar now down. Haji getting active. Ida's gonna fall. It's just a mass amount of teams and bodies on the ground in this area. Haji getting the cleanup. Starkin up ahead, cooking a nade, and this nade, if placed right, could be devastating to Power.
Darkin unleashes it over towards Fadan. The bounce is good, and it will connect for the knock. Haji now, the last player alive for Power. They have 4 elims. They'll want a little bit more, and he's now got a nade cooking. They know where Ida is playing, and nobody's getting out of this dip unscathed. The nade goes long, and Darkin pushes forwards. Haji around the smoke, goes for the spray, and of course he connects it, but there's the shutdown from the off angle. Fireflux shut everything down, and there is no one alive.
We just lost 3 teams just like that in one engagement. Fireflux playing spoiler, and we'll talk on that in just a second. Team Secret now against Alter Egos. You called it. Caster Curse, nobody getting aggro. Well, now we got everyone getting aggro all at the same time. Krypton going to pick up Ayala over in the corner, and another team has been lost. We just lost 4 teams in the span of about 45 seconds.
That was insane. 4 teams went into that dip, and none of them got out of it. It was insane.
Wow.
It was being held, I believe, originally by 4 Thrives.
Yes.
Then both Regnum Karya and Ida crashed in at the same time, and then Power lapped in over the top.
Wow.
Fireflux were just like, this is ridiculous, guys. You need to chill out. They put them in the cooler, and it's going to maintain Power's record of getting no placement points, but they still get 5 elims on this match.
It's such a bummer, though, for Power, because Haji is the last one standing. He's the champion of the team fights. 4 teams in one area, and then Fireflux says, hey, good job, buddy. I got you. Takes him right down. Either way, like you said, 5 elims. You got to be happy with that for Alter Egos at 5 themselves. And, of course, another zone shift going to be taking place. But, yeah, that was probably one of the craziest fights we've seen today.
Absolutely insane stuff. A hard south shift, and this is going to help out teams like DRX, like Falcons, if they can hold their nerve out in the open. A lot of open ground, right? We saw how difficult it is to approach this Falcons position. When it gets closer and closer on the circle, it gets slightly easier, right? Because there's fewer and fewer positions that sit around them that can take those third-party shots. There's fewer teams that are potentially going to third-party on towards you. So Falcons, their strength is really good right now in terms of position, but that will start to falter when the teams around them start to get involved, start to get dropped. But I'm expecting to see them into this one deep, potentially up to stage 6.
I was looking at this Thunder talk. We see a replay coming in. This is the Team Secret fight versus Alter Egos, and Xerus is putting in work, but it was Krypton who was able to even up the odds, silence Team Secret, and send them packing to the next game. Weibo, Thunder Talk finally back on your screen, and, well, not for long, as one is taken down immediately.
PEL derby right now between Weibo and Thunder Talk, but it seems pretty clean. Done and dusted. 3 players alive for Weibo and 1 for Thunder Talk. Together they make a full team, but there's no cooperation here. It's Xing sending off into the horizon.
Xing is gone. Thunder Talk's been in survival mode since the early goings of this game. 2 eliminations. You're not too happy with that. Maybe some placement points will help you out. Doc with a great angle. Maybe surprise some members from DRX up ahead if you can get a line of sight on them. Nobody can be seen just yet, but Doc is a guy that's sneaky, and if he sees you, he's in the shed. They took a little bit of damage from DRX. In fact, Redox is going to fall once again. Scarface getting some shots. Say Cloud onto Quiz. You mentioned it. Yangon Galactica starting to push up, but they've also taken some damage, a downed player, so they're going to have to go at it 3 strong. So we have an immense amount of fights. Falcons versus Fireflux. Yangon Galactica going against DRX, and the winners potentially controlling the entirety of the western portion of Zone.
It's going to be really difficult to move as Falcons when Yangon Galacticos
Needs this. Yangon Galacticos with the desperation push forward gets picked apart. Romeo down, and it's Falcons from Koa taking him out.
a little ridgeline to play around, a couple of vehicles keeping them safe from horror for the time being. Yangon Galacticos may be able to stay up as 2, but Smile down behind that vehicle, and that crate has been beautiful for No Fear. He's going to try and get a little bit more though. They're putting pressure onto the Falcons because of the rotate out to the west side to deal with that res, to get Yangon Galacticos out of the mix. Horror taking the timing of this very, very well, and they get that flex out to the side, but Falcons are piecing themselves back together and out over towards Narvalo. Koa finds that retreat, and things simmer down.
No Fear has been the guy, the linchpin for the Horner roster, and now he has totally caught Redux and Ralph off guard. They know where he's at, but he still has such a great advantage. Now this rotate's going to be big, and Koa is going to knock down one. A second is also going to fall. Horner starting to collapse. No Fear needs to get active. A Hail Mary attempt, but is this Falcons? It looks to be the case. No Fear, does he have it in him to clutch this up while he continues to push up? Falcons can hit the shots needed, but they finally do it, and Falcons will get their first win during this, the grand final stage.
A big finish.